So then it was like
Amateur.
amateur. So then we've seen some of this before, right? So then we're
Right.
like, and then I was starting to think about it, and I remember this one. So this is the 2021 Brabant Chapelle, which is a one of those transition races, kind of a semi-classic between the Northern Classics and the Ardennes Classics. And the bike throw in the Stars and Stripes on the left-hand side is Ruth Winder, and she's
Mhm.
beating a rider who I had never really heard of before, but now we all know, Demi Vollering. And Vollering, she posted up early, and Winder timed her bike throw perfectly. And if our tech works here, this is the finish photo of
Look at
that.
that.
So you can see how close it was. Like what a centimeter or something
Yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, we can zoom in. I think it was 2 centimeters. You know, four
Yeah. Look at the bike
four
throw.
thousandths of a second. But yeah, if you look at you look at Winder's bike throw, and now it's Ruth Edwards. She's married. She had retired, and now she came back. Actually, going to be racing the Worlds this year. But check out. You can see. I can see. I zoom in. Look where her saddle is. Right, like.
Oh
She's
yeah,
got
that's
the
a great
saddle.
bike throw.
That is an amazing bike throw. That's her saddle there, like on the belly. Like that was
Yep.
the bike throw that won that. So you never say die, right? Like
That's
you
right.
can't ever say die. So then it was like, well, God, we've even got more of that, right? Like so then we were like, we've seen this from when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
So we grew up racing on the Santa Barbara Bike Club, which was, back in the day, it was clubs you raced for. There were race teams, but you also had to be affiliated with a club. A guy on the Santa Barbara Bike Club who was an amazing racer, now has moved into a career as a photographer, nature photographer, Chris Jordan. But this picture, so if you look, this is the Cycling USA publication, and what a great headliner there. Whoops. So Jordan with his
Chris
Chris with
Jordan.
his hands on his head, and this Chris Jordan. This is the March 1983 cover of Cycling USA magazine. This was a collegiate criterium. There used to be a lot of collegiate races at the same time as the USCF races back then. And Chris had actually won the Willows Road Race the day before, which was one of the premier road races in Southern California. And I think he was racing for UC Santa Barbara, and this guy, Sean Storm, who's, rubbing it
Sean's
in maybe
fun.
just a little bit there. Yeah.
Little.
Chris posted up. He was going to do two in a row. And that one showed up. And I just remember, this was something that we all got in the mail because we had a license with the USCF back then. And that one was there. And it was just like, oh man, it still happens. It happens today.
Yeah.
It happened, this week in the World Tour or the end of last weekend.
Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
it was.
That's